Alright, here we are with a 2007 Chevy 2500 HD. We're doing a fuel line replacement today. Let's get right into it. Here's the top driver side of the engine. Fuel lines come up, run over to the top of the transmission, and come there. That's a plastic snap ring, and then the other one you need a fuel line disconnect tool. Let me show you that. Here's that fuel line disconnect tool I was speaking of earlier. I got that from Advanced Auto. Was able to pick that up under $15. Really just made the job that much easier. I'm sure that you could find a way around it. Here's the lines I got. I got them from AC Delco, part number 159-46200. Alright, so here I am under the vehicle. I'm you're going to see me here cutting some of this line. I do that to get it in two pieces. Let me walk you through what's been done before I got to this point. There is a bolt, 13 millimeter maybe, attaching that bracket to the body on the inside of the driver's side frame under the driver's side door is where we're working right now. So I removed those bolts, and then I removed, there's like a bunch of brackets and stuff on the transmission, and then in order to get easier access to all that, I went ahead and removed the drive shaft going from the transmission to the transfer case. It's lit up in the video to the right of me. Orange extension cord is running up next to it. So you can see I'm still here fighting these lines. They really needed to be replaced. They were just really rusted and in poor condition all around. I had replaced the transmission cooler lines and made the recommendation that they get the fuel lines done because it was only a matter of time before those ended up leaking, and that wouldn't be good. So the best way I found is just you'll get both of these disconnected from up under. Those are just compression fittings. You just compress the plastic clip and give it a wiggle and pull it out. But yeah, you have to just fight it out in your own way. Here we are, we got the lines out. It was a pain, but we were able to make it happen. The new line set, I guess I got, it was from Extended Cab. I was able to cut that out, and I actually preferred it anyway. I picked up these shark bites, and so after I cut it, I'm going to show you guys here. It's just very important to grind it. I'm going to go ahead and grind it down. I'm just going to use a wire brush on a drill to do this. Now, as you can see, I just cut it. I'm not sure whether I cut it with a side grinder or a sawzall, but either way, I'm just going to clean it up now with this. And then once this gets cleaned up, I'm going to go ahead and blow it out with air. You can see you got to get each of these little burrs. It's very important for the sake of a good seal, and then for the sake of you don't want any metal shavings coming out later into the fuel line, because I don't know, these aren't aluminum, these are steel. They will rust, oxidize, and just break into little pieces. It won't be good. So you got to make sure you get all them little pieces. Scrape it out what I'm doing there with the screwdriver. It doesn't matter because I'm going to blow it out with air here in a second. A little more grinding. When using the drill to grind like I was, just be careful because that speed turns to torque and can be dangerous. So just be mindful when doing things. Here we are now. We're going to take some compressed air and we're going to clear the lines out. Getting that nice and cleared out. This is very important. This is the connector. This is back behind the engine, so this one little thing might help you out a lot. Don't try to connect this after the fact. Just go ahead and connect this now, because this, where that's connecting, is in between the firewall and the back of the engine. And then you have like the brakes, the anti-lock brake system there. So it's best to just put that on as is. And I like the fact doing this better with two piece. Just getting the shark bikes ahead of time. Boom. I mean, look at that. It's really simple. You don't have to fight that as one piece. I mean, could you? I've done it, but could you imagine? All right, here we are. I'm under here. Sorry about the lighting. This is how you wanna work this in with the plastic clips that we attached. Those are gonna go up towards the engine where the camera is being shot from, behind the camera. Yep. So what I'm doing, I'm sliding it back. I'm just going over top of everything, and then now we're about to spin it. So now that we've got the back tucked in, I'm gonna need to start spinning it, wedging it, getting it just up and in there. We're not in place yet, but we're getting it close. Now that that's it in there, yep, let me show you where we're about to go. If you can see, it's straight up hanging right there to the left of the cat. Yep, and we need to push it over. There's a drive shaft that I removed. This is where the lines are right now, as you can see. So now I'm gonna have to spin them, and they're gonna have to go on the So as you can see, I've spun them and they're in there in a general roundabout way. I'm not going to show it in the video, but I'm going to end up going up to the engine um, on my ladder you saw earlier in the video, and I'll give it a few tugs just to get it in the spot. But I mean, it gets very tight between, there's a heat shield for that cat right there. You're just going to have to use brute force and ignorance to an extent, to get that in there, because that was very difficult. I did my best trying to give you guys a good camera angle. Sorry about that. Feel free to jump ahead about 15 seconds if you need to. It's getting in there for me now. You guys can't see it, but I got it. You just have to work it, and it goes in there. You just got to keep working it. It you know, you'll know when you're about to break something. Alright, this is just showing you where it's at in reference to the vehicle. That's where the lines ran. You just have to twist it up in there. So I'm showing you that heat shield right there. That's what it's hitting. You just have to be very careful because that's where you're feeding your lines up through. I was able to push that flex plate right there, that heat shield, and get it in there. 13mm bolt, come with the new bracket. Put that in the frame. There's the front half of the lines to where I cut it. There's the shark bites that I installed. And now we're going to run line 2. There's one bolt up there that does secure the line set. You can't see it by camera. You have to do it by feel. Um, this line is going in are color coded. By the way, the blue line is coming from the gas tank, uh, going to the fuel rail, and then the red line is the return. Um, couldn't get color coded. This is the view from the front. As you can see here, there's where it's bolted in. We got it all nice and neat back in there. All the wire harnesses plugged back in because the fuel line does double as a wire harness. So I want to make sure we take good care and hook all those things back up. Put them in their proper OEM position. There's the engine where they hook up. There's the, as you can see, silver thing in the screen. A little chrome thing if you saw it. It's back there, and then the black fitting right there. Yep. So there's one fitting. There's the other. And I found it really easy just to connect them to the line and feed it up in there. And yeah, that was really it. If you have any questions about this video, please feel free to comment, and I'll do my best to try to help you guys out. This is more of a guide than a how-to, just walking you through that it's possible. It's not that bad of a job, and so yeah. Vehicle starts and runs, so that's good.